Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Tutors Talking. I am your host, Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. And once again, technical difficulties, but that's life, right? Everything in life isn't perfect, so we're just going to keep things moving as best we can. So again, we have back. I'm not by myself today, so I'm excited. So who we have? We have our friend. Let me see if I can get her a full size. There we go. Here we go with Miss Veronica Reid from Reach Scholar
Hello.
Tutoring LLC. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Audrey.
So, really just kind of reaching out again. Yes, it's been a minute, but and
Yes.
I know you're probably like, "Hey, she's always here." I'm like, "Yes," but yesterday or the last time I had some guy from I don't know where kind of came in, and I was a little scared. But everything's good now. So, what is going on? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Right now we just started launching about our virtual summer reading camp. And so I started posting and letting people know about it last week. And so we're just kind of I'm just like really focused on, building momentum with this. I already have two students who are signed up, which is really, really awesome. So I'm looking forward to more students signing up. So we have a really great
Well,
lineup. So I'm really excited about that.
good. Tell us a little bit more about the academy.
Definitely, definitely. So we have our virtual summer reading camp, and it's for students ages 6 to 11 years old. And so the dates for this camp are going to be July 17th through July 27th. And it's a virtual camp, so it's all online. So everything is going to be included. We're going to have two guest authors who are local, who are award winning. We also are going to have certified teachers teaching, and we're also going to have an art project that's going to be happening as well. So we've got a lot of good and great, awesome things coming up that are going to be really something that's going to help students improve their reading. And we're focusing on phonics and fluency, but we're not, this is kind of a sample of what Reach Scholars Tutoring can offer students. But this is something that'll be really fun to help students improve their reading over the course of those 2 weeks. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you are a part of the camp and you sign up, but maybe you miss a day, we also going to be offering replays. So, and we'll be sending you that material via email. So it's really great right now. Is our early bird special. So you want to definitely get in on it. Also, I'm offering a siblings discount as well as a referral bonus. So if you refer this to someone and they sign up, your child can get a free day, a free fun day as part of, the camp. So just a lot of great things happening.
Wow. Wow. See, that's like, a lot of people are always like, okay, what are some other perks? And just by actually spreading something, one, it's already a good count because I've heard so many great things about it, especially from last year. And
Yes,
then now I'm hearing that there's, stuff added on, which is
yes,
amazing. So it just kind of like, why not? A lot of people are, you're not doing anything. I mean, most of us are not going. We're doing the whole staycation. And,
yes.
this first week, I think for us, school finally closed. Finally, took forever.
I
Um,
know. Oh my gosh.
yesterday was our last day of school. And I know a lot of students are either sleeping in or their parents are like, oh no, you're still getting up and you're doing things. And but still want to do something that's productive, something that will actually carry over and to
Yes,
help them with like the following school year. Because even though we're sitting here talking about school being out, there's some schools that are still in session until Friday. But before you know it, as much as the school year flew by, the summer's going to fly by. And I know teachers are
Yes.
probably like telling me to hush my mouth, but you know, and I know that's going to happen rather quickly. So before you know it, boom, 4th of July is right around the corner. And then boom, August is here. So I
Yes.
want you to enjoy your break, but why not take an hour and a half for like 2 weeks to learn something, to advance on it and to keep the kids not only entertained, but also educated. So I really do. I love that. So
Oh,
hopefully we
thank
can
you.
get more people that's out there.
Yes. Yes.
Now, like, have you noticed anything like now that we're sitting here talking about the close of the year and you're doing your academy? So
Mhm.
let's just say that someone's like, you know what, I would love to do the academy, but I just can't. Like, financially, I just can't. Is there any
Mm.
kind of like tips or anything that they parents could do themselves, maybe places or resources that they can, find something for their child to do instead of having them sit in front of a TV screen watching Clifford the Red Dog for the 58th time, or the bootleg version, let's be real, the bootleg version of The Little Mermaid for the 20th time.
Yes. Oh.
Because you know it's out. Everybody got that DVD. Um, So, I mean, is there anything that you think, any suggestions?
Definitely, definitely. There are, just some great free resources that parents can take advantage of, because that's the key, to fight the summer slide, because research
Mm,
shows that students definitely lose some of that information that they learn in those skills and those strategies over the summer. So,
right.
some free things that you can do is also to go to your public library. They have summer reading programs that are going to be free. And what a better way to, be able to have some great family time is to go to the library with your child and spend that time with them. You can also do online reading where perhaps you can look for different educational sites. That are really going to be very helpful as well. Websites like ReadWorks is a free resource that parents can use to practice with their children to help them with reading. Looking for those kinds of things. So, also kind of looking at, what are some great summer books. You can check out Scholastic. Scholastic has a great reading list of books that you can look online to go either purchase, or you can go to the library. You can search, you can say, what are some summer reading books that Scholastic recommends for a child in second grade or third grade. Look that up, go to the library, get those books, and have your child read to you or read to themselves. And you can ask them comprehension questions, like, for example, what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of the story? Who are the characters? What's the problem? How was that problem solved if there was a problem in the story? So you can ask just those kinds of questions to kind of keep their minds jogging and freshly removed, freshly going. So those are some free things that can be done to help your child with reading.
That's awesome. And then also, like, there's some kinesthetic type things because, we don't want the kids to stay inside all day. But you can take a book anywhere, electronic
Yes.
book or a regular standard book, you can transfer it anywhere. But maybe even like some festivals, take a look at what's going
Yes.
on in the community. They're always, especially during the summer, they have tons of things for like small kids because everyone knows you can't have a child inside the house. Yeah, get them out.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go to the festival. We're going to this festival, that festival. Like
Yes.
hands-on things, And I know you're
Definitely.
in Virginia, so like that's going to be slightly different from some of the things that they have here in Maryland. Like some places down the Inner Harbor, sometimes in the Little Italy section, they always have some outdoor festivals,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially when they have the competition for street art.
Oh,
I'm not
yes,
sure if
yes.
you ever seen this, like when they take the chalk and they're on the ground and they're drawing and like literally coloring, and you would sit there and be like, it'll be like 3D, like three-dimensional pictures, and just to have the kids with that experience, and then they can actually have a section off for them that they can actually draw themselves. So not draw themselves, but draw on the ground themselves.
Yes,
So just it
yes,
is.
yes.
It's like
I like that.
something extra. Get them
Definitely.
out.
Pick them out, have them to talk about what happened during their day while they were out, have them to kind of retell that in order. That's a good way to
Mhm.
practice story retelling. What did we do today? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat those steps? What did you do this morning? What did we do later
Mhm.
on this afternoon? Say those things in order. Definitely, yeah. One of the things that kids love to do is drawing. You can have them to even draw,
Mhm.
illustrate, parts of their day. What was their favorite part of the day? Write a
Right.
sentence about it. Write a story about it. Just get that
Exactly.
writing in there. That writing is important as well.
Yes, because I was just about to say, like, especially if they're a little bit older, have them write a report.
Oh
Just like
yes.
sit down and write or journal, because if you say a report, it just freaks them out. But you can say like, write about what you saw today. Because
Hmm.
eventually when they get back to school, you're gonna have a teacher that's gonna ask you, so what did you do this summer? And why don't you write about it? So now you're already a step ahead, because you already wrote about it because it was fresh in your mind. And or they can do a little mini video, since they all want to be on TikTok and all this other stuff. Believe it or not, there are
Yes.
younger kids that's on TikTok, but we'll talk about that
Yes.
later.
I saw that. I was like, what are you doing here?
Right, you're not 13, you are clearly not 13. So but
Right,
I
right.
think that's wonderful, because sometimes parents just don't know, or they have an idea, but they're not sure that the activities that they're doing is helping
Mm-hmm.
with their understanding of reading and writing. But you clearly displayed how we can do some reading component, and we can do like regular family outing things,
Yes,
and just
yes.
have kids journal, or just get a spiral notebook. You don't have to get crazy nuts with me with the 60 million two journals that I have exhibit A.
Hey, that's
Um,
good.
but just for them to write. So now they're practicing writing, and they're
Mhm,
practicing getting
mhm.
their thoughts together. And it still is a learning, but it's not like you're shoving it down their throats, that type of thing.
Exactly, exactly. Because it's important
So,
to have a break too, you know, because
mhm,
kids, they get overwhelmed, but still you can add ways to make that learning fun as well.
right, right. And that's what you want to do. You want to make the summer time for family, believe it or
Definitely,
not. I know
definitely.
there's going to be a moment they're like, okay, we're Netflixing and chilling right now. You get on your device, I get on my device. That
Right.
is it. And that's where we're going to be. You're going to have those moments, but have more family time, have more time to do things. But at the same time, with the academy, it helps out, because usually close to the tail end of a summer break, you want a break. I love my children, but you're like,
Hmm.
someone please just take them for a moment. I just need a
Take
moment.
them,
And
just a
then
few,
you'll
yeah.
have that moment.
Exactly.
One question for you about the academy. Now, you did mention an art project.
Yes.
Are the parents paying for, like, what would be like, I don't know, example of like materials that they would need for this art project?
Yes, yes. So this is something that an art teacher will be creating. And so it'll definitely be supplies that the students already have. And what we'll do is we will also email out this information. But based upon last year, one of the things we did in the past was we made it really simple, colored pencils, crayons, glue sticks, markers, having, and making sure that the students are pretty comfortable with being able to maneuver the mute button and things like that, just in case if it, for quiet time. But your basic supplies that you would usually use when you're creating crafts, those would be some things that would definitely be needed. But again, just keeping it real simple. And these could be things that you could purchase at a local dollar store or a Family Dollar. And we'll probably close out in terms of like accepting applications and things like that by July 7th. So that way, that gives us everybody a full week to just get things ready and prepare. And so if there are supplies that you may not have, you can go to the dollar store and get it, and be ready. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay. And then plus it's going to be supplies that you're going to need in the school year anyway.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
why not
Yeah.
start a little early and just carry it over, you know?
You just carry it over.
Um,
You may even have it all ready. So you.
all set, all set. So if
Yeah.
you are with us, go ahead and hit hashtag live or hashtag replay just to make sure that we know who's here and plus to help with the algorithm. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
let's be real. Um, so one of the things, if I may, because I'm not doing as much tutoring this summer, just as much, I would like to have a little bit of break, but a lot of people will generally say, well, why secondary? Most of the time, when your middle school and your high school students are on summer break, they're on break or they're working or,
Yes.
they're venturing off, they're doing basketball camps, football camps, any kind of camps. So for me, I don't have too much tutoring, but I am like progressing over into like the mastermind. So I'll be starting my mastermind on Sunday and
Yeah.
be helping a lot of tutors actually help them with their tutoring businesses. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited.
And I did get a new client, which was very interesting how I got her. Sushi restaurants. If you are a tutor and you don't know how, get a flyer and put it in one of those takeout restaurants. I'm telling you, because now a lot of people don't feel like cooking. Or if they don't want to barbecue themselves, they're going to those barbecue pit spaces. So I just got like a brand new client. She's awesome. She's going to be into the 10th grade. So we're going to move on with that. So things are
Yeah.
happening, things are happening. But before we skedaddle, I just wanted to say, like, what are some of the things that we are noticing in our sessions, just to kind of help
Mhm.
parents out, because I'm starting to see a trend and see if we're on the same wavelength. If not, that's fine.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I'm seeing a trend that, we have parents that want their child to basically work their way out of a situation, meaning,
Mhm.
say that they failed first quarter. And I'm like, okay, it's first quarter. Let me see if they can work themselves to build themselves up to get them out of the funk. Maybe they were just trying to get used to the class, or they're just trying to, get acclimated because it was a new school, especially those kids that are in those transition years, like they started ninth grade last year, or they're starting sixth grade, or even just going into, like, say, first grade, that whole transition from kindergarten to first grade, or heck, even going into third grade, because that's when they start doing more advanced work. Um, it just seems like they wait.
Mhm. Mhm.
When is it that parents should really just say, you know what? We tried to do it your way. Now I need to step in and I need to get you a tutor. It's like
Yes.
I just feel like there's students that I'm getting, they're like, yeah, I failed all four quarters. And I'm like, so what happened? Like, was there some kind of, and it's not just one or two, like the last 5 or 6 students that I basically got towards the end of the school year, I kept hearing that. They're like, we need to pass this in order for him to not, or for her to not get into summer school. And I'm like, but why am I going to be the saving grace, which is very interesting. And why are we waiting? Do
Right.
you notice that in yours?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and that's a very good question. Because what I am noticing, yes, is that, parents feel like because it's the summer that, they should let their kids take a break and, and I totally get that because you should definitely give yourself a break, because you and the kids do need a break. But if
Mhm.
you do have a child that is like maybe 1 or 2 grades behind, then you definitely want to make sure that you are, making sure that you're making your plans for tutoring. Like I have a couple of students who they let me know that they want to definitely come back in the fall, but they want to take a break from the summer. Now, these are my students who I've had throughout most of the school year. So I can understand that, sometimes they do just want to take a little bit of a break before going back. But, I would say definitely you want to start the year off. If you do know that your child has issues and they are behind in their reading, you want to start the year off with a tutor. You want to start them off, even if because sometimes parents may not know that their child is behind for sure. They might have an inkling, but until you get the test results, then you're just kind of guessing at it. But I would definitely say if you want to take a summer break, take your break, but be looking for a tutor over the summer to get started back in the fall, because the summer slide hits. And if you don't want your child to get tutoring during the summer, definitely start in September. Hmm.
Right. I totally agree. A
Yeah.
lot, some schools have those summer packets that they send home, or they
I
know
remember.
that they have like some of the students read a book and they have to have a report on the book and all that. And that's usually like the first assignment that they get when they return back to the building. But there's some kids that, like, for me it drives me nuts
Hmm.
because when they finally start taking the packet seriously, it's a week before school's about to start. That's when I start getting a floods of emails like, hi, I need help with my packet. And then we'll just sit and we'll talk about things, and the things that kills me is 5 times 7. And I'm like,
Yeah.
sweet Lord, it was only how many weeks? And they'll be like, what's 5 times 7? And they're always looking on the ceiling. Like, what is there something up there? I'm like, why are we looking at the ceiling?
Right.
They would always like, I'm like, okay. So this year I just said, look, if you need help with your summer packet, we're doing it in June. And like July, if I need to give you some maintenance stuff, I'll give you some maintenance stuff. Or here's a couple videos that I've done ahead of time,
Hmm.
because I don't want to deal with that in August.
Yes.
Like, because it's too painful. And I'm like, okay, the first week of school, generally, unless you have that one teacher like myself that was like, we're not doing any icebreakers, we're getting right to it. Like,
Right.
but if you got one of those teachers that will do tons of icebreakers that first week of school, which is usually a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're just kind
Hmm.
of getting to know each other type of thing, then they don't have anything that first week of school.
Right.
But then that second week of school, that's when people amp things up.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
you kind of want to not have your child be shocked when they go back to school, because it really is. One, they're getting used to getting up in the morning again, because trust me, right now they're going to go through their routine, they're going to still wake up, but they're going to go back to bed, and then
Hmm.
eventually they're going to continue to stay late, and they're going to sleep in, and they're going to sleep till like noon, sometimes 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're thinking as an adult, how is this child sleeping this long? Because that's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And now they have to go back to that routine when August, some people start August, some schools, I think is in Georgia, they're starting end of July.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
um it's just like we're sitting here talking about, yeah, you got until August. Some of them are going to be starting in the end of July. So
Right.
it's a quick turnaround. It's a really quick turnaround. But like you said, trying to keep it in the loop and start looking for the tutors. That's why I do two tutors talking, so
Mm-hmm.
parents
Yes.
can actually get a glimpse of different tutors, because we're going to have Miss Joanne V coming next week. And then
Ah,
we have a few others. I know there's more tutors that's coming.
all right, I like it.
So it's not going to be the last time you guys are going to see Veronica, but I'm just saying that there's going to be some other tutors coming. So you can actually learn from other people and to see what's out there, and to
Right.
also hear them, to see them, and hopefully entrust them with your child. So yeah, that's I mean, I'm noticing that in math and reading, it's just that summer slide is huge. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
talking about the water slide, like we're talking about academics. And it
Yes.
is huge. And it does work. But
Yes.
they're
Yes.
gonna come quick. If you thought this year was quick, wait until next year.
Oh.
Next year they're going to be amping it up. Just as a warning, you've heard it here at 11:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on what, June 14th,
June 14th.
2023.
Right.
Audrey Codner said that they will be amping up the academics, and
They
some
will.
schools might be switching over to, if I may say, for math, they might be having Algebra 1 just for a semester as opposed to a full entire year.
Mm.
Get ready for that, guys. That is the new
Wow.
movement now. A lot of people are trying to do semesters. Reasoning could be many things. It could be we don't have enough teachers. It could be it was something that was started during the pandemic, and some schools actually saw success in it.
Mhm.
But it's too fast, guys. It's way too fast, and the kids are
Right.
not grasping it. They're just merely, and then some teachers are just grading based on the fact that you have a piece of paper with some work on it, and they're grading. Oh, okay, you got 100 for today.
Right.
That's not
Right.
working. So,
Wow, that's going to be very interesting because I can remember, those kinds of classes, they lasted a whole year back when, I was going to school. So I can imagine them trying to do it in a semester. That's too stressful.
right. And a lot of people are trying to do like a full year, especially during summer school. If you have a child that has to go to summer school, they're not going to be able to learn a whole year of math in 1 year. I'm sorry. You're just paying for summer school to get the accreditation so they can move forward. And then
Right.
guess what? They don't have the knowledge. So when they start school in the fall, all of a sudden all the basic components, because math, it constantly spirals. You're constantly going back to it. It's not like, oh, I just learned it and that's it. We're moving on to the next part and then moving on. No, it spirals.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have the foundational piece, it doesn't matter what math concept or discipline that you're going to struggle. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying
Exactly.
because you don't have the knowledge, you just don't have the experience with it, because no
Mm-hmm.
one's actually broke it down to you. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
yeah,
That's so critical and key. Wow. Whew, it's crazy
I
how the
know.
education field keeps changing. As they say, the pendulum keeps swinging back and forward, and oh my gosh,
We keep ducking.
I know, trying to make sure we don't get hit by it.
And it's like if you do, we just hold on, and you're like, okay, all right, I just want to hold on to the end of the school year. And then
Right,
it's the
right,
same thing the following year. It's exactly the same thing the following year.
exactly.
But
Oh
if
my gosh.
anything, I mean, go ahead.
Oh no, no, no. I was gonna say, yeah, no, I totally agree with you. You want to hold on for whatever you can because it is something else.
All right. Because both of us are former teachers, so we were in the trenches. So it's not like, oh yeah, we were just there for a year and we tried it for a year of teaching, and then we left. Like no, like we were in the trenches for a minute, and even before the pandemic, and then we just decided that
Yeah.
enough was enough. Enough was enough. Like I felt like I was spending more time doing administrative work than teaching. And
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm doing online tutoring, I really feel that I'm really doing the teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
even just showing, like, even though I don't want to disrupt what's being taught in the classroom, because, the way the teacher is going to grade is the way he or she is going to grade. So I always ask, let me see your notes of what your teacher does so I can emulate that. But if I can show you an alternative that will best suit your learning style, I'm going to show it to you and show
Right.
that, yes, you're going to get the same answer. But still, this is a way that you can check it. Well, you can do it this way, but check it your teacher's way or vice versa. But that's
Oh my
basically
goodness.
what I
Yeah.
want to do. But hey, if anything, Veronica, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to put that up there again. So, and plus her email is exactly the same, the Reach Scholars Tutoring LLC, right? At Gmail?
At Gmail, reachscholarstutoring at gmail.com. And if you're interested in the camp, you can please check me out on Instagram, same name, Reach Scholars Tutoring LLC, on Facebook as well to, link, find the link in my bio or on my page and, check it out. Check it out. But I feel like you would really enjoy, those 2 weeks to help improve your reading. Definitely.
That's awesome. Yes. And then for me, I'm Audrey Codner and usually ACG Math Tutoring. So if you have some students that have those reading packets or math packets preferably, and yeah, not the reading packets, but or if they're going to summer school and you really want them to understand the concepts and not just turn the assignment in, hit me up. Definitely available Monday through Thursdays, and I'm doing mostly like from like 1 o'clock, except for the time that we're doing our two tutors talking or triple T once I become. Um, and that's basically what we're doing. So if you have any questions or any comments whatsoever, please go ahead, comment in the link. I will be posting the replay of this in about a few minutes, close to an hour. And I want to thank you again for being here. So
Yes, thank you.
we will
Thanks for
see you
having me.
next time, right?
Yes,
Every time. Love it.
yes.
We'll definitely see you guys next time, every time Tuesday. Well, not Tuesday. Let's try this again. Wednesday at 11 o'clock. This is how my week has been going. Every Wednesday at 11 o'clock, we're here for Triple T. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
See
Bye
you
now.
soon.